Hey guys, what's up? This is Tom from TDT Tom's Tech Time. Today again with a drone special. It's all about the DJI Phantom. Of course the rotors should be attached to it when flying, but I'm just going to put it down here like that. So guys, within this episode, as you might have already seen, there's a monitor next to me. We are going to talk about how to safely fly FPV. And the maybe 5 most useful tips and hints of mine. All those are only based on my personal experience, as you know, and but they might be helpful for you as well. So let's get started. The first hint is know your Phantom. If you start flying FPV, you should really know your Phantom. I know that's a cheap hint, better ones will be following. But first off, some words. You should know what the course lock and the home lock are. Yeah, you should know how to correctly start your Phantom. You should know how to reset your Phantom's compass, all that stuff. You should be able to calibrate it. So if you don't know how to do all that stuff, really do it. Watch all the other tutorials that I've uploaded. There are tons of tutorials about all these issues, and especially go and check out the course lock and the home lock tutorial. I will put some links over here. So really, if you don't know how to fly course lock and home lock, watch it before you start flying FPV, because it can be really super duper helpful. So, clicking, because we're continuing now, if you need to know. So guys, most of the time when we're flying FPV, we have a camera attached to our drone. Otherwise it doesn't make sense. So if you have a camera, you might know that most of the cameras while flying FPV, even if you're using, I don't know, bigger cameras like DSLRs or something, you are flying. Oh, it's terrible. There are tons of animals on my drone. Is it sweating? Doesn't smell like that. So if you are flying, there's a camera attached to it, and you should know that the camera is filming wide angle. And really that is super important. I have once been working for a film company in Germany, and they had a terrible accident. It was before I started working there. They were flying in a helicopter. That's a true story, yeah? And they were flying in the mountains, trying to get awesome shots of the Alps. And it's so simple, but it really happened. They just flew against a mountain, crashed, and they died. And that was because the pilot was, for only, I don't know, 1 minute or something, 30 seconds, I don't know the time, yeah? He was staring at the monitor because it looked awesome, yeah? The footage looked awesome. And wide angle always looks like objects are far away. Really, don't forget that, even if you know that. Keep it in mind. It's like when I was here flying, yeah, and that was a tree or something like that. It might look like I still have 5 meters or something. And if I'm only flying forward, I mean, you can see what would happen, yeah? I don't have to tell you. So really keep in mind that you are shooting in wide angle. Okay guys, next hint. While flying FPV, always have a second person with you, if possible. I mean, I already flew. Hi Tom. Hello Tom. Nice to meet you. I already flew all of myself, but it's really, if you have a second person that could join you, really have that person stand next to you and have that person keep the drone in visual contact, because that person can really say, oh, darling, you're getting too close to that tree. Oh, darling, don't crash that on that guy's bolt head. Yeah. That person can really keep the drone in visual contact. It can stay in contact, and it can really be helpful. For example, when you're flying very low at the ground, because that looks awesome. When you're flying just over the ground that way. So many animals around today. When you're flying over the ground, yeah, it's the same as I told you in the hint before. Don't forget about the wide angle. Yeah, you can crash so simply. And if there's a person next to you that says, oh, you only have like 50 centimeters left, something like that, that can really help you staying alive. Let's now check out a simple effect. If you start your Phantom, of course, with the rotors attached to it, make sure that you have all the antennas pointing correctly. You should always point it downwards, and it depends on what you're flying. If you're only going up high, you might have it that way, and you might have them like 45 degrees angle, something crazy like that. But in all cases, like in most cases when you're flying just over there, get it to point like that and get things ready. That's important because otherwise you might lose the connection pretty fast. So guys, I know you're awesome, yeah? You are owning an iPad, you are owning an iPhone, you're owning a super duper Samsung whatever, yeah? And you're able to watch FPV live on that phone or whatever. But really, turn the Wi-Fi mode on your GoPro off. That is super important, because if you have it turned on, you can cause trouble within the frequencies. You can lose the connection in the worst case, and that could cause you a flyaway. So turn it off and only use the FPV system that is made for transferring and transmitting all the images down to the ground. Don't use the GoPro's Wi-Fi. So if you are afraid of flyaways, you can right now click that tutorial. It's about flyaways, and you might enjoy it if you fear of losing your drone out there. But people, if you want to watch this tutorial till the end, you can do that, and after that video I will put links over there as well. Okay guys, at the end, one last hint that I forgot about. If you have FPV, first off, get the right gear, and second, if you aren't sure how to install the gear, yeah, and you're unsure, there are always people that are telling you, oh, it's so easy. Actually, it is easy. But if you say, I'm afraid that I could cause damage, because you can cause damage, of course, if you're working right inside the drone, then you can simply let someone else do it. It costs you, I don't know, $50, $100, but it's really worth that money if the system flies safe after that. Finally, I can only tell you, use your brain, yeah? If you lose the connection, because that can always happen, yeah? FPV isn't that strong. I mean, the drone itself has a better connection. You can fly it out far away, and you will, within that time, lose the connection here with the FPV system. So if that happens, don't get crazy, yeah? Don't say, oh, I lost the connection, and just lose the drone as well. So it's simple, stay cool, stay calm. Know how to use course lock and home lock, fly it back, land it, and you'll be fine. So thanks for watching this episode. This was Tom from TTT Tom's Tech Time, and now enjoy all these freaking tutorials and really watch them. Bye bye.